Greetings, Earthling Reader friends. So today we are going to be doing a haul of all graphic novels except one. One's a poetry book and then the rest are all graphic novels. So I've been on a graphic novel kick lately in comic books and manga, so I decided to order a few of my favorites so I could own them. Most of these I've read already, with the exception of one or two, but most of these I have read already. So let's get into it. First, we have Saga. This is book one, not volume one, so it contains like the first 3 volumes, and that would be like the first, oh god, math. I think it's like the first something chapters, I don't remember, but yeah, so this is book 1 of Saga. And yeah, I love this series a lot. I have to read the 7th volume, which just came out. I think it's really good. It's like a space opera. And yeah, I totally recommend this one. Next, moving on to the mangas, because I only have 3 mangas with me today. I only have 3 mangas to haul today. We have Your Lie in April by, who wrote this? Naoshi Arakawa. I've watched the anime of this. I've never read the actual manga of this, so I'm very interested in reading it to see how close to the story it is, and how well the adaptation was done. But because the anime was beautiful, but I really am interested in reading this one. So this is volume 1 of Your Lie in April. We have volume 1 of Kimi ni Todoki From Me to You, by Karu Hoshina. Another one of my favorites that I've read all the volumes of. I just decided to own this one because in case I want to lend it out to someone so they don't have to get it from the library. I really, really enjoy this series. I think it's very cute. It's very easy to read, especially if you're a beginner in manga and comics and stuff. So I definitely recommend this one. It's like it's a cute contemporary one. They're very simple. They don't take that long to read, and the art is really good. Last, for the mangas, we have one of my favorite series of all time. I decided to get it because I decided to get the first volume of it because I've wanted it for so long and I haven't gotten it. So I decided to get the first volume of Black Butler by Yana Toboso. This is one of my favorite series of all time. I think it's great. It's still ongoing. I believe it's still ongoing. For a long time, I had a drawing that I had done of CL Phantom Hive on my wall. So I don't know if it's not still there, but I was obsessed with this series for the longest time. So I want to do a reread of this series, and possibly review some of the volumes on this channel. So yeah, it's one of my favorite series and I love it. I think it's really good. Next, we are back to graphic novels. We have possibly my favorite graphic novel of all time besides Watchmen. Because I love Watchmen, but this graphic novel is by Noelle Stevenson, who did the cover art for Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and who also wrote the Lumberjanes comic series, which is a good series. If you haven't read it, you totally should. It is about like Girl Scouts who fight monsters on camping trips. It's really entertaining, the art is cute, and it's funny. But this is Nimona. This is a standalone graphic novel from Noelle Stevenson. The art is good, the story is good. I really like the message that this one sends, and I fell in love with it the first time I read it from the library, so I decided to buy one so I could have a copy for myself, because I've read this like 2 or 3 times since I first encountered it, and I just love it a lot. Next, we have another one of my favorite graphic novels. This is, I'm hoping it's not a standalone, to be honest. This is Through the Woods by Emily Carroll. It is 5 short stories told in graphic novel form, and the art is stunning. They use black and then very bright colors for contrast, and the stories are really creepy, first of all. They're like fantastical Twilight Zone episodes, and yeah, the stories are just really, really good. So I enjoy this one a lot, and I hope that she writes another one with 5 more stories and the same kind of art style, because this one was just beautiful and it was great. Next, we have one that I have not read, and I am ashamed to say that I have not read this because I am a huge Alan Moore fan. We have V for Vendetta. I read the movie. I've seen the movie multiple times, so I know the story, but I wanted to get the graphic novel, or should I say like bind up of the comics, so I could, you know, learn the story from the beginning. So I ordered this, and I tried to read it. I remember trying to read it once, and I think I got like a couple chapters into it, and then I put it down for some reason. So, but I remember it being good. So I'm hoping that it'll still hold up, because I want to read it again, possibly review it for this channel. That would be pretty good, pretty cool. Next, we have one that I'm super excited for. So this one just came out. It is by Bo Smith and Tim Rozon, Tim Rozon being from the Winona Earp show, Bo Smith being the Winona Earp creator. That he created the comic, and then Emily Andres ran with that idea and she created the show, and that is Winona Earp Season 0. This is the new comic book from Bo Smith and Tim Rozon. I love this series. It is so entertaining. The show is great. The comics are awesome. They go even better together. So I don't love one over the other. I love both of them equally. So these books are a ride. They're awesome, and they're really, really phenomenal. So yes, Season 0. Next, we have another one that I am excited for, but I can't read it yet, and I'm kind of bummed, is Pierce Brown's Red Rising Sons of Ares graphic novel. I want to read this one, and I'm curious if I can read it now, just because I've only read Red Rising. I haven't finished Golden Sun and Morning Star yet, so I would be interested if someone could comment telling me if I could read it or not, and it wouldn't spoil anything for me. Otherwise, I'm just going to read it when I finish the next 2 books, because I know you can read it before Iron Gold, so if you can read it without finishing the trilogy, if someone could let me know. Thank you. From what I've seen, though, this is a prequel to the trilogy, the Red Rising trilogy, and I love the cover, first of all. The cover art is just, I don't know if you can see it very well, because my camera is not good, because it's my phone. But it's really cool, and I've heard a lot of good things about the story on Goodreads and on BookTube, so that's another one that I'm super excited for. Last of the graphic novels, I know we've had a lot, is Bitch Planet Volume 1. This one I actually read the day that I got it, so I already read this one before this haul goes up, and I enjoyed it so much. I'm waiting to get the next volume for my birthday, because my birthday is coming up, and I loved the art style, and I loved the message that it brought out, and all of the things that it talks about, the ideas that it brings up. I just thought it was really, really good. The characters are real. The setting is actually very, very compelling to the story. I mean, it makes the story kind of go farther, by it taking place in the space. And it's just a really, really awesome series. So I totally recommend Bitch Planet. It's a really cool feminist comic. Lastly, this one is not a comic, and it is not a graphic novel nor manga. This is Stuff I Have Been Feeling Lately by Alicia Cook. This is a collection of poetry that I've wanted to get my hands on for a while, and I'm super happy that I did, because I started reading it and it is fabulous. So the poems are set to certain songs. So she wrote them listening to certain songs, and she lists the songs that are in here. So they range from like country to Broadway to pop and just whatever in between. But from what I've read of it, because I started this when I got it from the library, it was fantastic. So I'm hoping to finish it soon, and maybe I will review it. So that is all for now, Earthling Reader friends. So that was my haul, my graphic novel haul, and catch you later.